Alright, gals and guys, I want to talk with you about James Bond. James Bond 26. Everything we know from 007 cast, rumours to possible release date. Sorted in subject matter, subject heading, sorting out the fact from fiction about Bond 26. The article was dated by Tom Butler and from Yahoo, and dated 13th of December 2023 at 9:49 a.m. 20-minute read, they said, but took me longer than that. Took me over an hour probably. I'm not a fast reader anyway, judging by what they say. 20-minute read. There was a funny joke on there when they was asking about who would play M, and they said one lady said the only MRB is mental. That's spit. It's not even spit. I don't think mental or mentor, but I don't think it's spelled the right way. As mental illness, crazy type thing. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's dated and time, today's time and date. 4:51 p.m. Wednesday, the 13th of December 2023. They can pitch me as James Bond, and I can tell you the reason why I want to be James Bond, because the name is Bond. James Bond. 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 So there you have it. The name's Bond. James Bond. They have it once again. So the article talks about me being pitched for James Bond. I'm kidding, but that's just me wanting to be James Bond. If there's any roles available in that role, which there is, and I have tried to audition for it as well. That's what I'm trying to get my practice on, repeating the slang, the introduction line to James Bond when he introduces himself to the lady. So what it is that what was I gonna say? So they were talking about possible release dates, and they said it might not be in 2024, but may more likely not possible for 2024, but more likely 2025. They're gonna release the 26 James Bond in the article that I just read out, that I read earlier on before starting this video recording. So with that, what else did they say in the article from memory? They had a whole scurry of actors and previous actors that have played James Bond. Not too previous, but like the ones that have been that was in the recent James Bond with the recent James Bond with Daniel Craig, and mentioning a few of the names that are not in the picture, but didn't have their opinions on it. Like can't remember her name. The lady that played M. No, not M. Can't remember the older lady's name that played played Bond right from Pierce Brosnan to Daniel Craig. I can't remember her name, but she died in it anyway. She's now doing some commercial break now. I can't remember her name though, but I don't want to look it up because probably gonna breach copyright anyway. Helen Mirren, I think it is. Oh, I might have got that name wrong as well. I think I might have got that name wrong. But you guys know by the description. If you really want me to get the name, if you really want me to get the name for you, I can look it up on this text of the article, and I'll type in the descriptions. If you really want me to put it in there, girls and guys. What else? They were mostly talking about directors who most of the article was talking about directors who would fulfill that role. Most directors and mostly directors who will fill the role for directing the role for James Bond, and also who will replace James Bond as well. Further towards the end of the article, they were mainly talking about that and talking about the dealership with the package that with Amazon and Eon, and the lucrative prices, going on to saying how Nokia and Sony was making multi millions off them, or they were paying, or they'll pay, or they'll make what either way. What somebody was making multi millions off each other, or one of them two, well, both of them, I should say, or collectively could be easily have been done that way. Collectively been done by multi millions. If I'm not talking properly, if you don't think I'm speaking properly at the moment, it's probably due to injections I'm temporarily getting, which I will be off of it as soon as I get discharged from this ward. Oh yeah, they also spoke about the mental capacity of the actor who's going to play James Bond, which will be me if anything, because I'm mentally capable of coping with the gun shooting and everything else. And the age, my age is currently 40. So they were looking for an older folk person to play James Bond because of the mental compatibility of the person being able to cope with the mental compatibility, and at the moment and never will apply for mental illness anyway. And I just spoken to a psychiatrist today, which I briefly spoke to. I ended up rejecting them because I don't want their support, because the psychiatrist is mainly about diagnosing you for mental illness, so they do really. This is the second time I've spoken to a psychiatrist, a second one, a different one as well. So, because they got a new psychiatrist in, like, I just noticed them today really. So yeah. And yeah, what else can I say about it? There's not much to say now. I've already summed it up as one. I didn't think I would go on for nearly 10 minutes. We're in 8 minutes of the recording, nearly 9 minutes now. I didn't think I'd talk for this long, but yeah, I'll send this off to my casting. I'll send this video to my casting manager, because he's looking for someone that to play the James Bond role as well, or M, because he's fluent in the in where fluent and open in where he's going about looking for casting roles in films and things. So I found him on Yale.com anyway. That's how I found him. So yeah, all I'm doing now are prayers, but God has been asking me why would I want to be James Bond. I think he was trying to say or hint. So I'll say that now. The reason why I would like to play James Bond is because I think I can longevity this role and see it out to the very end until they don't need any James Bond anymore. And if they recast, if they reject me and recast me in James Bond, reject me, if they reject me and cast me on enough for being James Bond, I don't mind. I won't get frustrated or annoyed or fed up. That's why. Can't read the question as well. It's probably comes under the why question as well. What would I do as James Bond? I'll do my very best to be confidential and promote the company 007 or James Bond accurately and stick stick to the script unless they say otherwise or improvise. So yeah, that's all I can say really about that. I hope I answered the other question because I just threw it out there without even. I just threw out the question. I threw out two questions out there without even. I might not even answer. I'm not sure I answered it, but perhaps folks you can remind me, and I'll do a second. Perhaps folks you can remind me those that have done that have done. Not have done, but folks that have listened to this video and watched this video, perhaps you can remind me of my other question that I mentioned because I missed one and I haven't can't remember which one it was. So perhaps you folks can remind me of the question I missed, and I'll do another video to compensate with that. So guys, take care. And it's your man speaking, Dr. Chief Gina Okanite. Take care. And the name's Bond. James Bond.